as long as you believe in the work and do the work.
But first of all, I don't want to be your poster child.
Solidarity is critical to getting this done. Allies are important.
Show me that I provide value to the business.
Is just one more way that some have tried to diminish, dismiss, and disavow the reality of systemic racism.
Be with us in crisis as well as celebration, but be consistent about it.
Kim, that's amazing. But what about those people who are invariably going to say, this is being politically correct? This is woke speak. Why is everybody so sensitive? Can't we just understand what I intended? How do you help with that?
Yeah, that's coming from a place of privilege and not having to adjust for other people's psychological safety. We're not used to it. And so what we need to recognize is that the language that a lot of language that are, in the form of microaggressions or may have roots related to demeaning people or racist roots or any kind of ism, all of that kind of language is actually causing harm across our workplace. And we need to get to this place to caring about that. And that's part of that DEI lens of like, I have my experience and somebody else has a different experience, and I need to care about their experience as much as I care about my own experience.
And I think an inclusive language guide is a really good way of doing that. One of the things that we deal with when we talk about unconscious bias, which you mentioned, is having a common language to talk about things, because having a common language means that we understand each other, but it also means that we've gone through a process to understand what is okay and what isn't. And so an inclusive language guide is a great way to actually encapsulate and operationalize that work. Agreed?
Agreed. And it serves two purposes. One, for us as content creators and communicators, to kind of gut check and make sure that we are using language that is inclusive as possible and as representative visually as possible. And it also serves the purpose of our communications between colleagues, between managers and employees. So we are learning more and more, just like any other skill, we are learning about the language that we are using to foster that respect so we can usher in that inclusivity so someone can feel like they belong, because we've taken the time to care.
To care. Thanks, Kim.